I don't know how this is going to work because I've got my old hearing aids in, and the Bluetooth is classic Bluetooth connection, which means it's stereo, and it's actually better audio quality, but it's not very strong. So I'm going to keep my voice as loud as I can during this video so you can actually get some signal here. But I am uploading an hour and a half long video. Haven't done that in a long time. And that was made a week and a half ago in response to having a strike because I said something that they didn't like about somebody they don't like. And I'm not going to mention that right now because they took me down for several reasons. They gave me the strike for several reasons. And one is that I cited a particular group that's been labeled not a hate group, a terrorist group. That's right. And so this particular people in a particular country is classified as a terrorist group. So they're right in taking me down, but the timing is just uncanny because today I believe that terrorist group attacks America, and I believe they win. I don't know. Don't hold me to it. But what I really wanted to get on the line here and tell you about was a follow-up to miracle training, because I wanted to make sure you're doing it right and you don't get it wrong. And everybody asks, well, not everybody, but some people have asked me, where do you get this from? Where does this come from? And I don't share that for several reasons. One is I haven't done it in a half a century. And the other is that I don't do it myself. So I just finished doing it myself. And so I had to remind myself by doing it, how do you do this? So you can do this in any position. You can do it cross-legged. You can do it laying down in bed. You can do it in a wheelchair. You can do it behind the steering wheel, but don't be driving when you do this because you're going to get higher than a kite. And you're also going to feel very much at peace, which is part of the purpose of this, is to give you some time for yourself. So when I start this off, I inhale left nostril. Yeah. And it doesn't matter which finger I use. I can use my little finger. I can use my index finger. I can use them all. Yeah. Way. Exhale, way. Yeah, way. Okay, so we got that part going. And you're supposed to go long and slow and even. And you're not supposed to stop between the breaths. You're not supposed to hold it in. You're not supposed to hold it out. You're just supposed to keep up the sequence breathing, to sequence and get your hemispheres synchronized together. So your entire brain is available. It's not one side is dominating like, oh, the feeling side, I feel lousy. Oh, okay. Oh, the analytical side, it won't shut up. The chatter won't stop and I can't sleep. So you're going to go for global harmonization of your hemispheres. They're specialized. One's dominant at a time. Generally speaking, there are some of us that are just a little different, and some of us are wildly different. But here is the deal. You do that ideally for 20 minutes. That's a long time. If you can't do it, don't worry about it. Okay? But at the end, I tried to sort this out for myself. And it's like at the end, you need to inhale. But usually we inhale, from what I remember, both nostrils. So, yeah. And you inhale deep. And you've already exhaled, right? You've been exhaling for 20 minutes, so you should have a pretty good clearance of your lungs. And you inhale. Now, I'm not doing this in front of my computer or in front of my cell phone or near this light. I don't know what kind of light it is here. I'm doing this over near my bed because I've got an ionizer up there pumping out good ionization, really good stuff. And I don't get a cent for hawking the guy's wares, but Weston Scientific is the place to go to for one of these. They aren't cheap, but they last about 3 years. At the end of 3 years, he has some sort of a rebuilding turnaround program. But these things are small. They're small. They're like this and like that. I could show it to you, but it's working over there, and I'm going to leave it there. But I am breathing good, clean air, as clean as I can get it with the ionizer. It knocks all the crap out of the atmosphere for 10 feet. It's designed so that you could smuggle it into a hospital in your purse and put it above some poor person's bed and get it running so they're showered with iron so they can get the hell out of the hospital. And don't you tell the hospital what's going on, because they won't allow that, because it's places where you go so they can take all your wealth from you as you exit this world. That's all part of the beast system. Back to business. Weston Scientific is out of Jefferson City, Missouri. I'm not going to put the phone number up here. I don't have any kind of relationship with him. I bought a bunch of his products. I kept 2 for myself. I gave 2 away to some very important women. One was a married woman, okay? And if I want to give my my friend grief, I threatened him. I'm going to go tell your wife. And of course, he usually, oh no, don't do that. Don't do that. So I admit that's not playing very fair, but I'm just teasing him because she's going to laugh her ass off at me as well and give us both grief. So I wanted to make sure that she had one of these things because they're pretty good. And it was time I got her a gift anyway. Their complaint was it makes a lot of noise. I'm going, yeah, it really works, Yeah, it makes a lot of noise. You might not want to run it at night. I tolerate it fine because, you know me, I just take my hearing aids out and I don't hear jack at night. So, you got to have good, clean air. Now, if you can get outside near a waterfall or near a bubbling brook or something like that, or maybe under the undercliff of a rock during a wonderful in a storm with lightning and rain around abounding, and you can smell the ozone in the air, that would be the most charge you're going to get. That would be nice. And at that point, you actually want to stay on the ground. You want to stay grounded because you're going to get a better charge that way. So, when you exhale completely and you hold it out. That's when the magic occurs. That's what you've been building for. One more though. So you exhale and you hold your breath out. A minute is ideal because during that minute, all kinds of pressure comes to bear upon the tissues throughout your body as they're screaming, give me air. Let me get rid of this bad stuff. And what ends up happening is that they all become more efficient. They become more efficient at getting rid of the gases and the refuse and the crap you need to get rid of. They become more efficient at grabbing hold of the good oxygen and pulling that in and putting it to good use. And so you're going to probably, if you look around, you're going to see some clouds, if you will. You're going to see some distortions. You're going to see your own electromagnetic field at play around your body. You're going to be able to detect it. And not only that, you're going to be able to see the other people's too. I don't like looking at their crap. I don't want to look at them. It's worse than being naked, in my opinion. I don't want to see their garbage. Thank you, Yahweh, for protecting me from that. There's things I do not want to know. I do not need to know. So, you are going to be feeling your soul. And I know everybody in this Western tradition says, oh, it's a little tiny spark inside. It's, if you look for it, you might find it's a tiny spark. Oh, heck no. This body is your inner self. When you do drugs, what do? You pollute your inner self. This soul that's around you, this magnificent field around you, which is bigger around the kids than it is around us adults, and with good reason, it's there, baby, and it's magnificent, and it's big. You're going to build it up. It's going to be shields for you. It's your shields. You're building your shields. You're building your protection. And so that holding the breath out is very important. However, I didn't tell you the full truth. Breathe normally afterwards and just sit with it. Stew in your own juices, because at that point, your glandular secretions, your hormones, and also your synapses, your neurotransmitters are digging it. And you're going to feel it, and you're going to enjoy it. I know I didn't tell the full truth a second ago. You have to forgive me for that little white lie, as my mother would call it, but I wanted to say the best part for you for last. And so just enjoy that time. It's a lot like sex. You know, afterwards you can roll over and go to sleep. No, man. Afterwards you want to talk. You want to talk, because the time afterwards you're going to talk so deeply, and you're going to be so enjoined and so much in love. It's a mystery. That is a mystery between a man and a maiden. So you don't just eat and run. You just don't, what and run. You just don't sit with this stuff and run. You sit with it and enjoy it for a bit and carry it around with you as much as you can. It is the first step, because in order for you to help other people, you've got to help yourself first. So before you can go and do the other one I gave you, which is super powerful, I mean, that's really empowering. You need to have this ground set first. So take your time. I don't care if it takes you 6 weeks. Work up to it. You'll get there. Take your time. It took you a long time to become neutralized by all the negativity and the crap that they're doing around us, and to diminish our spirits and diminish our creativity and all that. It's going to take you a while to expand out again. So just be gentle with yourself. Be patient with yourself. And the other person, if they're starting to blow, just step back and let them blow a little bit, and wait a little bit, and let them get a hold of themselves, because we're all reactive today. So I gave you the best exercise I can to get you a good grounding so we can go on with the others. Now, I don't know if YouTube is going to kick me off because I just am uploading a video that says Google is God. I was pretty upset with him at the time, and I did my best to have a sense of humor and enjoy myself and have a good time, but I was pretty offended by them taking me down, because I didn't even want to bother to watch the old video from, a year ago, 2 years ago. And the other problem is that they took it down because that group is going to go active on us, and they're going to be doing, it's not going to be good. And America's in a lot of trouble right now. Trouble from within and trouble from without. And the problem is that we think the Iranians are going to strike first. Oh no. A lot of people think the United States is going to strike first. Oh no. There's somebody else that's going to be striking first. And I'm sorry, but it's happening on so many levels right now, it's not funny. We allowed this group to come here and take us over and misuse American influence, American might, and firepower around the world. We are suffering today in that more than 22 of our servicemen are taking their own lives daily. And they won't talk to us and tell us about what happened over there, because they don't want to tell us the bad shit that they were ordered to do. They're not proud at all. So I got people all the time, because of the hat I wear, the way I carry myself, the way I dress, wanting to thank me for my service and shake my hand. I'm not a veteran. I'm active. I've been active since I was 5 years old. I'm in Yahweh's host, sent here to get you ready for the big event. You got 20 years left. That's it. I don't know if the big guy's going to repent of the evil he's got planned or not, but some of us always survived this event. We've been through 1 million of them already. Somebody's going to make it through. I hope it's you. I hope it's me. Yeah, by then I'll be 94. You know, it's a heck of a way to go out. Maybe on my birthday. I don't know. He calls me when he calls me. Yahweh bless.